Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL. It is Tuesday Night Trucks. We're here at Bristol with Art. How we doing?
I'm excited. The drivers put on a good show last night. There were some beating, some banging, a really good. I mean, like the race for second was really good. Uh, so just excited to see what kind of show the drivers put on tonight.
Here at Bristol Motor Speedway, Thunder Valley, last great Coliseum, second night in a row, like you said. For the Tennessee Army National Guard 250, race information is as follows. 2 laps qualifying for the 250-lap main event. Stage 1 at the end of lap 65. Stage 2 at the end of lap 130. 3 green-white checkers. 3 total tire sets, so they get 1 set at the end of stage 1, 1 at the end of stage 2. So I'd argue that they'd have to save 1 for stage 1. Fuel run at the estimated 140 to 150 laps, and 0 fast repairs. We were having some problems getting our overlays to load for a second there, so we're a bit late. But they have magically popped back up at the start of qualifying, so that's a win. That is a win, I think, and it looks like they're loading. The font's a little jacked up, but yeah, Carlos Ortiz on pole. See the numbers, buddy? And we got a special guest up here in the booth as well. What number was that? Did you see him?
He's still trying to take my job.
1 and 2. What about this number?
1.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what about that number? You see that number?
75.
75. That's right.
75. Oh, this is gonna wreck.
No, he's not going to wreck. He's going fast.
I can also only assume the viewers preferred Dale to me as well.
I would assume so. What about what number is that? Can you see that number?
8.
That's right.
Hey, it's who he's named after.
He's faster right now.
He's fast right now. Let's see if he ends up fast. He crosses the line. He's P4.
He's 4.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
What happened to this one number? How about the other number?
The other number right here is number 1.
Oh no, I want to finish number 1.
And here's the number 21.
Number 21?
That's right.
Red one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20.
That's right. He just sang the Number Blocks theme song.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12. This is my favorite song.
That's your favorite song?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, buddy. What number is
1,
that?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What number is that?
7, 1.
1 and 7. We read from left to right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You like singing, buddy?
11, 12, 13, 14. Twosies.
2 2s?
2 2s.
Right.
That's right.
But this one we got 2 4s.
2 4s. 2 4s. Lots of ponds. Oh,
Look how fast he's going.
he's a fast.
He's fast right now. You help. Oh, that's all right.
I could sit.
Good job. There's a what? Donkey in the movie. Okay.
So you talking about Shrek?
We talking about Shrek? Where did that come from?
On the movie.
Okay. On the movie. Second lap for Giesbrecht puts him P6.
On Nikolov.
All right, buddy.
2-5.
Yeah. This one's 3 and 9.
Wait, 9?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that one's 2-8, so I switched. This one's 28.
Oh, it is.
There he goes.
Stop.
Yeah, he had to go back to the pit stall. That's where they park.
You can have her back.
Thanks, buddy. Hi, buddy. Thank you for your help. Night, night. Bye. Okay. That was fun trying to troubleshoot the overlays.
Hey, you did your best.
Yep.
So did Dale.
All right, so let's just kind of get right in the right headspace here. Reset. Stream was late. Viewers were mad. I don't know, but yeah, like you said, a thrilling race last night. They had to run 120 laps or something, green to the end. Carlos Ortiz again on pole. Joshua Crispin up front as well. I think Crispin will want to make amends for an early exit last week at Rockingham when he had really good speed. And we got, looks like it's going to be 28 here tonight. The John Wilco, Rich Jett, Steve Herring, back row motorsports gang electing to not qualify.
What'd you say about Crispin last week?
His early exit from Rockingham.
He won last week.
Wait, was it? Wait. Oh, he did. I had it all mixed up. I'm getting our double
Yeah,
headers wrong.
like,
No, he did win in his debut last week. I was looking at the wrong schedule. He's looking to go back
I had to make sure.
Yeah, no, I had it entirely backwards. He won from the pole, dominated. That's right. Let me take a look at the results. Who else would it have been?
Wishing last week?
Wishing, that's right. That was the one that spun out. Double headers are getting to me. And then who?
Got a lot
Okay,
of
so who?
information.
Him and Crispin. Who was mad at Crispin then? Remember, there was something going on last week. It was where did they start? Man, I don't know.
Was it Cole Wilson?
I think it was Cole Wilson. I think Cole Wilson was the one that. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to remember.
There is no
again.
Cole Wilson here.
All right. Well, we're good from last week then.
I believe.
I think that because remember, I think it was Crispin and Cole Wilson, and Wilson was pinching him real hard, and I think he got shot up the racetrack. Then he was very upset at Crispin later on in the race. And there was almost like, you remember he like waited for him towards the end of the stage and was like, it looked pretty scary. You remember that, right? There was something odd going on.
I do remember there being like, there's definitely beef.
But I don't think it'll carry over tonight. Let's do the scrolling grid. Why don't we? As we try and settle into some normalcy here a little bit. Carlos Ortiz and Crispin. Ortiz led late. Crispin ran him back down. I think I remember. I don't know. Actually, Felipe Mike McConville, row number 2. McConville had to work through the field last night, but starting up front here tonight. Michael Lawton, his debut tonight, so we still get guys with debuts. 6 races in. Logan Giesbrecht to his outside, row number 3. We do have Cole Wilson. What are you talking about?
Did I miss his name?
Yeah, he's P7.
Oh, yeah. It just because
Ricky DeRosa,
they've
Gabriel
done something
Lafreniere
horrible to me.
round out the top 5 or top 10 in row 5. It's just not happening tonight. Maddox, Beard, Brandon Minto, 1 row back from the top 10, row 6. Diego Rodriguez, Jared Wishon. He'll be inside the top 10 at least, but he'll work from mid-pack tonight. Jason Simoto, Aaron Mack, row number 8. Bryce Benton and Brandon Pfeiffer. Benton, I think, making his 2nd or 3rd start on the season. Good to see him back. Matt Mackin, Tane Hodgson round out top 20. Jeff Carson and Stoney Benfield, row 11. Kevin Belcher and Chris Claude, row number 12. Their final qualifier, Brian Nunemaker, and then we have the back row motorsports trio of Rich Jett to round out row 13, and then back row motorsports on the back row, John Wilco and Steve Herring, row number 14.
Oh yeah, the league has decided to, I guess, take regulars, and they've given them nicknames in the league page to just their last name. So on the results page, which is the only thing that I have access to, I only see last names.
I meant to tell you that a couple weeks ago. He said, what did... To make it easier to determine who is locked in every week for Monday and Tuesday nights, it will only show last names in the sessions unless the Minto brothers or some other case show up. Help me DQ faster instead of having to switch back and forth between SimRacer Hub and iRacing during warm-ups. So it helps the league out, so we'll give it to you.
And I mean, luckily enough, like a lot of the names are unique. I just, sometimes forget a first name. I know your last name.
Take another look here at the qualifying results. Just a different way to show it. By about half a tenth over.
Things are getting violent here in the warm-up.
Joshua Chrisman, Carlos Ortiz, Max D. Filippi, your top 3. Got to fill in some team names for a couple of the new guys, but 15,632, 14,745. And we're about ready to roll. Take a quick look at the top 20 in the season standings entering into tonight. Tane Hodgson and Mike McConville with tie. Jared Wishon right back there, 21 points. Top 8 separated by 100 points.
Someone just got launched over the pit road Wally.
Oh,
He's was grinding it.
The top 20 in season standings. Warm-up is done. We're about ready to rock and roll here. Who you got winning the sucker tonight?
Give me Max D. Filippi.
See, that's my pick, though.
Yeah, well, guess what? I took your Max.
Go ahead and give me Jared Wishon.
Wishon. It's going to be pretty big rise there. Starting P14.
I think he's more than capable. So we got 28. We're just waiting on Aaron Mack to get up in the 31 machine. There he is. We are ready to rock and roll. I'm curious how the Ortiz-Chrisman battle ends up. Really good looking trucks in this field.
Yeah, Chrisman had a lot of speed last night. McConville had late speed. So, see how our favorites here in the Truck Series are able to use the
hold off
experience
some
from
of
last
the
night.
newcomers. D. Felipe, I think this is his third start. Chrisman, his second. Michael Lawton up in P5 in his debut.
Or, some guy, Tayan Hodison starting all the way back at 20th. It'd be a heck of a drive for him to try and get up here.
Plenty of time to do it. Good qualifying result for Andrew Stacy up inside the top 10. Ricky DeRosa, same thing. LaFrenne, we know he likes a good short track scrap. He's up there. Last one in the top 10. And we are about ready to rock and roll here.
It's a heck of a jump from... We're going to be 3 wide going into turn 1, possibly.
I beg your pardon?
Cole J. Wilson, he stuck a nose up under the 15 machine, and he was looking. Max D. Felipe got a great jump with leaders, almost went before him, and is able to secure the P2 for now.
That's the 60 car, buddy. 60 truck, actually. Chrisman, yeah, down 2 spots there. And Lawton way up the hill. He's side by side with Cole Wilson.
Yeah.
Thanks for the confirmation.
But yeah, that happened.
LaFrenne trying to go around the outside. Andrew Stacy, a big wiggle. That is you see the crash there? He crashed a little bit, hit the wall. But
Trying to look deadly loose.
Overall, though,
damage on the right side of the machine.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic, but early on in the run.
Okay.
We'll put it over there. Chris went down to P5, so qualified outside pole by half a tenth, or just half a tenth behind the pole, so down 3 spots. In the opening 5 laps, Carlos Ortiz leads by 0.2 of a second over Max D. Felipe. Right on board.
Maddox Beard has a nice outside line truck. He's running that high line. And just
he got a great
around.
Launch there to Brandon Pfeiffer. He is around. Caution is out. Let's take a look at what happened.
Oh, this is an interesting one. It's gonna not even really a self spin, kind of. Self got loose. Just locked it down.
Way up in the high groove there, and it's just no grip. It almost... Hang on a second. Let's see here. It just deadly loose, and then the steering looks just not well there. Yeah, and I'm not sure what happened there. And it's fully to the right, so he could be battling some sort of mechanical problems, potentially.
Pace car?
That's the pace car.
Huh?
That's the pace car.
Pace car?
Yeah. They all follow the pace car. Our first caution of the night, I think. Did I fix this?
No.
Let's see here. I did fix it. There it is. Aha!
Aha.
We have the progress bar on the race recaps.
No. That one crashed.
Yeah, they crashed.
Yeah.
There we go. I know what I did to fix it. So we have progress bar on the tower and our own special race recap. But something happened to Kevin Belcher. He did about almost 4 laps, and then just kind of that was it. Let me see if we could find out what happened. Where did he go? He's right there, and then he's not. Upload packet loss. So that would explain that one. Internet connectivity, unfortunately. Guess we're on the 1 to go. Pace car is off. Carlos Ortiz, a great jump that time. Good job.
Ooh, Colby Wilson to the inside of Mike McConville. Conville able to fight around the outside.
Biggest mover so far is Diego Rodriguez. If he could complete this pass, he'll be at +5. Maddox Beer, just ahead of this, also trying to make it +5 around the outside of Michael Watton. Firstman right there, still sitting in P5. Contact made. We did lose Brandon Pfeiffer after that incident.
And really made the broadcast worse to send his child to bed.
It is 8:40, so it is past his bedtime. I get it.
What's he gotta go to sleep for? He ain't got no job.
Well, he's 2. He'd be very upset if he doesn't get enough sleep. He'll wake up and be like, I want Cheez-It. It's like, it's 6:30. Ah! Can't have Cheez-It. Do you think it's a joke? He needs his 12 hours of sleep every night. It's not a joke. It's so real. No, we can't have cake for breakfast. Instant milk.
We really said that he's learning about the terrible twos.
Look at this. 41 said, let's get through the corner here. We got to go. Still pushing him. Right on the back bumper, and that's going to invite Jason Simoto, Giesbrecht, and Tane Hodison into the mix. Good battles at the back, too. Matt Mackin, Aaron Mack, Lafrene going at it. Lafrene came into pit for fuel, so he's a little bit further back. Aaron Mack, same thing. Pass on Jeff Carson. 26 trucks running, all of them on the lead lap. For how much longer as the leader's starting to make those gains? There you see Carlos Ortiz, Max DeFilippi on the back of John Wilco. Wilco's starting to pick up the pace just a little bit. But the tenths add up pretty quick here. If you're all, 2 tenths slower in 5 laps, I'm only 1 second behind, but it does not take long to to be half a lap down, because you look at P11 is essentially half a
I was
lap
going to say P10. Rodriguez, he's 5.5 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah.
If, this race were to run green to the stage, lap 65, that's another 35 laps. Leader could technically get all the way up to potentially, 15th, 12th, maybe.
We've seen races with, just the top 3 on the lead lap.
I swear we've seen, just the top 2 on the lead lap. It's very probable. And Ortiz is flying.
Minto's still trying to battle
Honestly,
with Lafrene.
D. Filippi's right there as well.
Benfield completes the pass on Chris Claude. Ryan Nunemaker and Rich Jett right there. Wilco actually got around Steve Herring, who is the first man a lap
Ooh, they're
down.
in the wall. What's happening there?
Probably.
Claude. Oh, they're sideways. You were talking about it, and Benfield did not get around this. I don't believe. No.
We saw him originally complete the pass, and then the very next corner, we literally saw him go off into one, clear. Claude just gets a heck of a run around the outside, bounces off the wall, and then collects Stoney Benfield. And they kind of squabble over each other right in front of the leaders, and Steve Herring's like, let me hit the brakes real quick. Man. Take a look. He had just gotten lapped, so he will be the lucky dog. He sees him way up there. No caution, no caution, no caution. And it's not until they... Look, no caution. That's crazy. When does it fly? Green there.
I think it was whenever he gets turned.
There. Right there. It's when they turn back down the hill and they have the track blocker. But it should be Steve Herring as your lucky dog. Fortunately, second caution of the evening. I think it should be him. I don't think he touched the sideways Stoney Benfield. Yeah, but I didn't know what we were talking about there for a second. I was like, oh, here's, Steve Herring. Wilco got around him. He went a lap down. And we're looking at him. And then he's like, he's in the wall, right after you were talking about Max D. Filippi. I was like, wait, what? We reckon trying to lap people? I didn't know who was involved and what was happening.
Yeah, I was going through the field looking for battles, and then all of a sudden I just see 2 trucks in the wall. I'm like, oh, no.
So did Steve Herring not get the lucky dog? Because this should be the one to go. What? Interesting. How did he not get it? Or had Wilco already gone that lap down in all of that? I don't think he would have, but oh well. Benfield and Claude continue. Along with Steve Herring, those 3 will be battling for the lucky dog. About halfway done here with stage 1. Let's crank it up here live on YJ Media. have survived the Crank It Up segment. Well done to everybody. As Carlos Ortiz, really the whole stage has been hounded by Max DeFelipe by about 2 truck lengths. Mike McConville now up to 3rd. Crispin down to 7th. You heard it there first from the 61 machine. Lost the internet sucks. He can't get the full first race in. Appreciate you coming in and tuning in to watch. If you get it back, you can go out and do 2 laps and get Brandon Pfeiffer. So there's one
like,
free spot.
The hot spot.
Yeah, get the hot spot. Get 27 instead of 28. Get what you can. I want to see something. Andrew Stacy started P7, fell back a little bit, and just kind of up and down, back and forth just a little bit, right inside and outside of the top 10. Look at Bryce Benton here. Just been a steady progress. The driver of the 44 machine. And he's looking to complete the pass there on the 28 of Maddox Beard. Beard fighting back on the high side. It must be said, we do have the 59 in the correct truck this week. He was the fake 28 last week, so we got that sorted out. We love to see people learn. First side-by-side battle still. Oh, it was. It's 28 and 44. Crispin right there as well. P7. 28 seconds off. Jet and Nunemaker battling here. This is for the 21st position. It's good to see, though. I really, like, every week, just, hey, you will have Bryce Benton. Oh, man. Potentially something with Maddox Beard. Let's take a look. Don't know. That's who he was racing really hard with. Let's find out. Makes a big dive here to the inside.
Definitely something more Beard.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
A little there with Crispin. Not really.
Nothing he could have done about that. But.
Yeah.
It makes a big move here to the inside. Gets a good run. And then let's see here. Beard's coming down. It's not really net code. 28 just kind of comes down a little bit, I'd say there. 44
The funny part about that is, like, the 28 just he spins himself, right?
So he spins
but the
out.
check up.
44 is like, he just got into me. I'm going to check up a little bit. And 5's like, well, that's unfortunate.
I got nowhere to go, bud.
He'll get that right front kind of crinkled in a little bit. Let's see how that affects the steering.
Honestly, that truck looks perfectly fine on the 44. 5 machine.
5 machine got the worst of it because it's right front damage. The steering looked a little odd there, but that could just be the natural setup of the truck. But 44 escapes calamity. Obviously, the 5 will want to come in for that right rear damage, and then the 28 obviously getting in the wall. The rear end damage. They'll want to come in and fix some damage there. So put us just under 10 laps to go in stage 1. It goes by very, very quick. Take a look here at lap leaders. I guess Crispin might have stolen lap 1, but that's about it. Fastest lap overall belongs to Max DiFilippi, the only one in a 14-second bracket. In race trim, Carlos Ortiz 15 flat, McConville 15.0. Max Beard, just involved in that most recent caution, had the fourth fastest time. Cole Wilson 55 so far. In the opening 54, about to be 55 laps.
The old 10-lap dash to the stage.
Through the Echo Park restart zone, and DiFilippi did not get going there whatsoever. The man that's been P2 most of the stage got shot out of a cannon, though, through 2. Holy cow, he's fighting back strong. I mean, just absolutely shot out of a cannon. And he's fighting back. Wow.
Thought McGonville would have been able to, stick with him, but
he just throttled up. He said, "Look, watch how much grip I have right here." It just went. Obviously, Ortiz got 6
comes Cole J. Wilson.
Yeah, he's gonna dive it in there. 3 wide.
3 wide.
Oh boy, Cole Wilson threads the needle. With 7 laps to go, the fight for second is on. Ricky DeRoser holds that last stage point. Jason Samoda would love to take it from him. Rene hanging on right there as well. P9, 10, 11, and 12 back to Mac. Need to make their move quick if they want to get these valuable points.
Ooh, DiFilippi having issues. He's going to be falling back.
Yeah. Wilson to second, McConville to third, Filippi back to fourth.
He got up there a little too high, got in the rubber, and couldn't get it, turned.
There's Matt looking to the inside. Got a good run at it. DeRoser fighting for that one stage point. He's like, yeah, you guys, you're good to battle behind me. He's also trying to go forward and get Lafrene, double his stage point tally. Hodison, Rodriguez, Lawton all going at it as well right here at the end, coming to 2 laps to go. Might have bounced off the wall there, but it's okay. Keeps going. 22 trying to follow the 21 through, but 15 got a good bite on the bottom that time. Definitely bounced off the wall that time, did Rodriguez. Saw the sparks. Hodison looking at the bottom. White flag in stage 1. Ortiz clear by about a second. Wilson and McConville and Filippi all settled. Second, third, and fourth. Battle rages on 5th, 6th, and 7th. Coming to the line. Did I hear that wrong?
This is 65. Oh, wait. Okay.
No,
here.
we missed it. They actually missed it by a lap.
I checked. It said 65.
I was like, are we going green? Because that'd be cool. I'd be fine with it. They need to revert back to that immediately. So in all of that, Rodriguez settled to 5th, Hodison, then Lawton. Battle for 10th. DeRoser held on, as did Lafrene. So kind of all square from where we saw it.
Wonder if, Chris Claude might have been having some issues with the admin stuff because he didn't close the pit either.
Interesting. Yeah, he's now down to... Well, I think he was still down a lap after that incident with Stony Benfield. So we got a major split strategy going on. They have 2 sets of tires in the pits. They got the starter set, obviously. And what do? Do you go stage 1 and stage 2, and then you just run 100+ laps to the end on one set of tires? I don't think so. I think you just bite the bullet in stage 1, and then you take one at the end of stage 2, and then you have one for the final stage. That has to be what you do. That is not what stage 1 winner Carlos Ortiz has decided to do. You see the 4 tires going on. Rodriguez, same thing. About Michael Lawton, he was up there inside the top 10. He wants to take the 4 tires, so definitely a split strategy. A lot of guys have stayed out, and this will give them solid flexibility for the end of this race. Crispin still trying to get that right front worked on. He's on pit road for a good amount of time here. I think he's actually put himself a lap down. Steve Herring was the lucky dog. I did see him go around. The alert did catch that. Andrew Stacy also on pit road for an extended period of time. He does not have any noticeable visible damage, so this is something different for the 65. He had a good qualifying run, but finds itself a lap down here to start stage 2. So look for Ortiz, Rodriguez, Lawton. Aaron Mack took fuel only there, I think, and Ricky DeRoser to make an impression on the fresh tires. We actually have lost Andrew Stacy, and then Crispin's still on pit road. Last week's winner will be in a heap of trouble if he doesn't get out of his box on this lap, as they will just start clicking laps off here. But here we go, they're underway, so he does leave, but loses another lap. And now behind the 8 ball. Claude's only 1 lap down, so he needs a quick caution, and then several more quick cautions to get him back into contention. Can't afford to have anybody else getting lapped. 28 machine also trying to rebound from that incident he was involved in.
You lost Andrew Stacy.
Yes. Let's see here. Carlos Ortiz, what kind of impression can he make on the fresh tires?
Got a caution. Ooh, 41 machine.
DeRoser.
Seems like a pretty long wreck here.
Rodriguez gathers it up, does a nice job. I mean, he'll get a little bit of damage there, ultimately on the front end, but you're thinking right there that it's not going to be good times if you're Stoney Benfield or Rich Jett. But he does a nice job locking it down. Minimal damage, hopefully, to the front of that 41 machine. Because it could have been a lot worse. All right, front's crinkled in a bit. It's not the worst you've ever seen, but Chris Claude, the lucky dog. So that will allow Crispin to come in and get more work done. And he'll be the first man to lap down at 3. But right before that, yeah, Ortiz was flying. Looking Giesbrecht, he came in at lap 53, so if you take a look at the race recap, ultimately the final caution before stage 1, that's when he would have come in. And so he kind of split it a little bit. He did not stop at the end of stage 1. He's going to be faster than a lot of the guys in front of him, slower than Carlos Ortiz and Michael Lawton. So Giesbrecht should be on for a good finish here in stage 2, depending on strategy and if it breaks the other way later in stage 2. Three cautions in stage 1, the stage break, and then our most recent one involving the 41 of Ricky DeRosa, who got in there a little hot. Again.
Ooh, I think Ortiz asked the question, were we not supposed to have 3 sets of tires? So maybe there was some confusion.
So, I asked that last week because I was like, wait a minute. It seemed like they should have had one less set, and they didn't. And then the answer I got confirmed that they should have had one less. I don't know, but... So, I asked, tire sets for the event, 3. That means 3 total.
And it's
not tire changes. Not tire changes. 3 total tire sets. So, you get 1 starter, 2 in the pits.
Yeah, I wonder if that is why Ortiz went ahead and took the set. Something's happening here with the 52 machine.
He got a black
just getting out the
flag. Wait, looks like he started on the outside? Potentially? The alert said he had a black flag, but he's still digging. Black flag's cleared, so it was a legitimate alert for something. We'll get you on iRace control so you can feed me.
Nope.
Yeah. Here comes Ortiz. There goes Giesbrecht as well, because he's got and here comes Lawton, actually. So Lawton is flying. Ortiz, I think, where'd he go? He is blinking out as we speak, actually.
Got another caution.
Ortiz still has not come back. Yes, he has. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. Oh, is it because of Ortiz? He's got damage to the left side of that. Yes! Man. He blinks, he blinks, he blinks. There's nothing here. And then around he goes. Caution is out.
He's coming in the pits. Man,
So that's
gonna wonder if he's potentially calling it. Like I know he probably wants to get some damage fixed, but you don't have a lot of time here.
Disaster for the pole sitter.
And you'd have to assume that his race strategy is messed up because he thought he had an extra. I believe he thought he had
But
an
you
extra
would have
set.
checked that, though. You could see that when you're coming in, when you set your pit stop. It tells you how many sets you have.
Yeah, but if you're asking that question, like, were we not supposed to have 3 sets of tires? It's like,
Jason.
well, he's come back out. He got
Maddox Beard, the lucky dog. Excuse me.
like, you don't ask the question about like tires unless you think you got it wrong.
I mean,
this,
yeah,
like,
no,
crazy.
obviously, asking the question means that there was some confusion, but... Strategy, I mean, it's still very, it depends on if they can get some laps going here on how this strategy is going to unfold. It's still too early to see what's the right call. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Here we go. Cole Wilson has been the leader since we've gone back to racing in stage 2. They're fighting side by side for second. Bryce Benton has been a big mover through this field. And Felipe ran second most of stage 1. he'd like to get back there. But we're going to keep our eyes on Logan Giesbrecht and Michael Houghton specifically, who's kind of flying up through this field on the fresh tires. And everybody I click on blinks again.
Maybe it's you blinking.
It ain't me.
From the same person who was having, like, car drawing issues.
It ain't. That's a whole separate issue. That's my CPS. Not that's two separate things. Houghton with a little bit fresher tires takes the advantage there on Giesbrecht. Moves him into 6th. Carlos Ortiz, P16.
Ooh, that is a close one there. Any amount of, like, just iRacing, not knowing where you're at, that truck would have gone around. Like, get fast and loose with that code. I was gonna bring it up earlier, but then we had like one of the cautions come out. But Kevin Melcher actually reconnected, even manually disconnected. I thought he was gonna go out and get his
get
two
your
laps.
2 spots, bud. And if you do 65 laps, you get Andrew Stacy. There's 2 spots for free now. Houghton up to P4. Aaron Mack also on the same strategy with the fresher tires. Lawton a 10th and a half quicker than anybody else. What is it with the guys making their debut that, you know, they're doing really, really well? It's like, hey, we don't have no prior knowledge of you. But congrats on the win. You know?
I mean, you got to have a little bit of confidence to come run here. You know, it's open setup. If you're signing up for an open setup league, you probably know what you're doing a little bit.
That's fair.
And you might work with somebody and have, some sauce. Like, I've had some guys who have been interested, and it's like, I know if they came in, they would be at least competing. It's a whole different ballgame from just running, fixed. Get the real tryhards. And I will say with that comment, it does take talent to at least help build a setup when it comes to like the knowledge of being like, hey, this, drives this way. I need it a little different. Because I don't know how many drivers we would go through here and ask them, hey, what's your setup? Most probably wouldn't give them away, but like if you looked at them, I'm sure all of them would be different in some way.
Yes, it's a personal preference thing. It's like, hey, I want to set my car up to run the bottom and nothing but the bottom. But if you look at Bryce Benton right here, he's a couple lanes up compared to, Lawton. So I want to run, a lane higher. And someone's like, hey, I want to be set up for the short run. I want to have really, really good long run speed and just be stable. Some want to be wrecking loose. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do.
And you can also use like your setup to, I guess, help any deficiencies. Like for myself, I can't save
Lafreniere
tires.
and DeFilippi have been going, and eventually Lafreniere is like, "Hey, you gotta go, like entirely."
But like, yeah, personally, I couldn't save tires to save my life. But like, if I could work on a like a set that would help me not tear up as much with my driving style. Like just work on the smaller things. So you can do that. That's That's open setup.
Tane Hodison, actually.
Is flying. He
He's
is right here
gotten
challenging for the
around
lead.
Lawton, who supposedly pitted. Did he not take tires? I swear he did, but here comes Hodison with the... I don't know how that happened. We've got 20 laps to go in the stage, essentially. And, we've got a four-way fight, five-way fight for the lead. Look at this.
Oh, we're getting it. Oh, I thought Hodison was going to do it. Yeah, a little bit of an open.
And they're catching a bunch of lap traffic. It's just right here, cockpit cam, I don't have to do anything else. They're catching a couple of lap cars here. Man. Look at, and then all of a sudden, yeah, now it's Lawton has ascended back to the point. Like he remembered he had the fresh tires. 93.
Oh, we're gonna be 3 wide.
Aiding a little bit. Benton through to second. Rodriguez still fighting there on the bottom. Nunemaker about to get lapped. Will he get used as a pick? I'm sure of it. 93 had to back out a little bit. 93 backed out just to... Oh, boy. He hit the wall a little bit. I thought he was going to bounce back down the track. 93 fighting. 21 not clear yet.
Lawton's starting to stretch his legs. Ooh, 21 slamming the door. He's getting shipped.
Is on the inside of the track, and if he backs up, that could bring out a caution, and it does.
There is the caution. Gonna have another 10-lap dash, and these drivers are not happy with each other here at the front.
Like, actually?
I mean, it like between the 21 and 93. 93 almost shipped him into the corner there.
It's
21
just a
slammed
self-spin
the
there,
door.
and you kind of have to throw it at Bristol because the second he backs up, he's on the track.
I don't think they're going to be super heated, but I think there's definitely some, like, I'm going to move you.
A couple guys coming in: Minto, Max D. Filippi, Jeff Carson, Maddox Beard. Christman has been in a lot. Did they just still not get that right front fix? No, my goodness. So it was worse than I thought. And, you know, he's multiple laps down as a result. 7th caution of the night. We've had 2 dashes in both stages. Carlos Ortiz has worked his way up to 6th in all of this. Take a look at his progress. Came in for 4 tires at the end of stage 1 and was making good progress back up through the field pretty quick, and then spun out after blinking. Came in, got the damage fixed, took fuel only those 2 tires, just estimate based on time, and has worked all the way back up to P6. Has led 67 laps here tonight so far. Michael Lawton, you can see there with the 4 fresh tires as well at the end of stage 1, has done a nice job working his way up through the field here in stage 2. What are we going to be here? 11 laps to go, it looks like. And a great jump for Lawton. That should help him, but Benton clears immediately for second. What does Carlos Ortiz have here late? He's still got a little bit of fresher tires than Benton or Wilson. Ortiz through to fourth. Just like that. 0.8 of a second behind the leader, but they're too wide in front of him. Rodriguez tried to throttle up, not quite clear. There he goes blinking again. We'll see if he hangs on to it. Back. Still side by side for second.
Here comes Ortiz.
Look to the outside, trying to follow through the 44 there. For the time being.
That 59 machine is fast.
Not going to have time to catch Lawton with this three-way fight. Bounced off the wall there a little bit, does the 59.
Ooh, looks like Cole J. Wilson having issues there. 3 wide.
Loses 3 spots nearly. He's kind of faded here late in this run. Ortiz through to third. Look at him. Like, he's not going to catch Lawton because Lawton's on the same tire strategy anyways, but he could get second here, and I think that's, you know, when you might not have the strategy that you need to win the race, you want to maximize your stage points. What if you do for Carlos Ortiz? You have 1 set of tires left. You come in and take it right now and then just go 130 laps to the end. I don't think you can manage that.
It seems like Ortiz is still having issues with connection. It's listed him as, it showed him outside the top 10 for me, and now he's back up to third.
And he'll have one go of it. He's to the inside. He's able to get a better run off the corner with those, you know, 44's tires are 129 laps old. Ortiz are, you know, only 60 laps old.
He's not there. He's there.
He's there now. He's going to have to throttle up, though. Drag race to the finish line. Yellow is out. 44 holds on. Cole J. Wilson falls all the way back to 10th. He's immediately coming in. And even here, split strategy for the guys that did both. Benton not pitting, Hodison not pitting, Lawton, Ortiz, Rodriguez, Giesbrecht. So there's a lot of... Clearly this confirms, oh, we only have 2 sets of tires. Like, they are holding on to these sets of tires. There's a lot of tire management going on right now. Bring guys like Jeff Carson and Minto back into it, who pitted. If you take a look at our race recap, last caution before stage 2. Michael Lawton's name is apparently too long. Interesting. Ryan Nunemaker inside the top 10, as is Jason Samoto. So the strategy is literally all over the place.
What would your strategy be? I personally wouldn't have taken tires.
I would have
in
taken
the first 2 stages.
I would have taken a set at the end of stage 2, and I would have saved
Yes.
one for the final stage. I just would have split it in half.
See that? I completely agree.
I don't think there's any other way to do it because you don't know when, because you have 2 guaranteed cautions. So you're like, all right, we don't have to, especially if you have speed in the truck. You're like, I'm not gonna get lapped. I can go 100 laps and not get lapped. So just bite the bullet for stage 2, bolt on that first set, and then you still see here, guys. A lot of guys, top 4 have not pitted. They pitted once at lap 60-ish. You'd fly by them, and then if a caution comes out midway through the final stage, you bolt on the last set of tires, you're good to go. It must be said, Benton did realize that, hey, I should probably take the 1 set, and he did.
Oh, that was a close one.
What happened?
They extended the caution as, like, after the pace car already, pulled in.
Yeah, but Benton and Hodison came in on the next lap. Because they're like, wait a minute, we should probably take 1 set. They extended it by 1 lap, so he's going to pick up the field. And by the time that happens,
I think they did it again.
Yes.
So, just to be sure.
Here we go. Final stage about to get underway. Strategies all over the place. Look for Samoto, Wilson, Wishin, Lafrene to make an impression. Guys that pitted at lap 116, can they get up there and lead this race over the top 4 that pitted at lap 68? The guys that pit at lap 131, do they come all the way back? They got kind of 3 different strategies right now. A great launch for Lawton. Top 3 single file, but Rodriguez slides up the hill. Here comes Minto. He's got those fresher tires compared to Rodriguez. I imagine Cole J. Wilson will want to get on his horse and go. Minto does clear Rodriguez. He's to 3rd. Ortiz back to 2nd. And he reel in Lawton, but I don't know if it's going to go. Felipe on the same tire strategy as Minto. They both clear Rodriguez. And Felipe, I think, has been a little quicker than Minto. Tonight, he'll clear through the 3rd. He could probably go run down those top 2. It's all over the place. Maddox Beard, save it. Oh my goodness.
He just ran the wall, so we're fine.
Logan Giesbrecht, yeah, that's some code brown right there. I know it is. Holy smokes. We stay green. Here comes Cole J. Wilson, lap 131. Take a look at the top drivers in the top 15. And it's Cole J. Wilson, then Wishin, McConville, Samoto with the freshest tires. Felipe and Minto and Jeff Carson kind of stuck in the middle there. But Wilson should be flying, and he is. The inside of D. Felipe. Oh, he's loose. Nearly clips the back of D. Felipe. He's using the 59 as a pick. Felipe tried to split the middle. He will. Trying to get some breathing room between him and the 93. New leader, Max D. Felipe, the first time tonight. Won't stop the 93 from long, though. He is clear of both.
I think this is going to be a heck of a battle for the lead.
It's 15 lap fresher tires, and it's making a huge difference. Oh, nearly contact. 93 will just get back to the throttle. He can roll the center. So he's loose. He's loose, and he's around Cole Wilson. No. Caution is out, and he's.
Oh,
and
no.
and
Come on.
There's the Alt F4.
He still had it. Your truck was fine. A little bit of damage.
Probably wasn't fine, but
It was fine. Who needs a radiator?
he didn't. He didn't have to do that. He's just pushing. He would have had him next lap. Oh my goodness. Didn't have to do it. He wanted it right then and there. And that's it. So now that kind of, all right, like that's a really fast truck on what I would say was the preferred strategy and now out of this race. McConville hasn't had race-winning speed. Wishon hasn't had race-winning speed. Benton, maybe? He's been running in the top 5 most of the night. He's pitted at 132. Ortiz and Lawton still can't commit to this last pit stop yet because they'll be dead to rights if we get a caution inside of 50 to go because they have 1 set left. As does everybody else, but everybody else pitted, 10 laps ago. So they don't need a tire change anytime soon. But Lawton, Ortiz, Rodriguez, DeRoser, they need a caution in 50, which again, very plausible. They need a caution in about 50 laps, and then they just bolt on that last set along with everybody else. But by that point, they will have lost the track position. That's their biggest problem. They're not out of it by any means. They'll just have to fight from, outside the top 10 potentially.
I'm just holding faith in my pick to win and the current leader, Max D. Felipe. Just gotta believe he's got it.
Felipe's in a good spot now because the next guy on fresh tires is McConville in 5th. I don't know if he's going to just fly by these guys. Maybe Lawton and Ortiz, but he's got to deal with McConville and then get to Felipe. So he's going to be, I think he'll be good for a handful of laps here. Car. Trying to get his tires warmed up here. His car is off, cuts off the nose of DeFelipe there. A great launch for the 60. Underway. Side by side for second. What kind of impression can McConville make? Where's Midfield? So that's big. He's only got the 2 slower trucks in front of them because of the tire offset. I think it's big that Lawton is back in front of Ortiz because Lawton has even older tires. Ortiz has fresh. We'll just show it. Well, and like I said, Lawton did eventually yield because his tires are so old. He'll have to hang on the low. So Ortiz now kind of just. He's going to have a lot of guys behind him that want to get by.
You gotta fight for it. Hold on. And I'd say make a move. Make him go around the outside.
See, as long as we just start running laps, Lawton and Ortiz, they're not going to have anything to defend with. Guys are just going to throttle up, center off, and they'll just fly by. Convo has cleared for second gap. 1.7, so just that little bit. 1.7 seconds. And here comes Benton, who I think is going to be a bit quicker than McConville tonight on the average. We'll start fighting for P2.
I would also like to point out that if Kevin Melcher got in here fast enough, he might be able to get all the way up to Wilson.
Still free
that would be
spots.
he'd have to run every lap and also stay on, keep from going too many laps down from there. But there's potential. It's pretty close.
Yeah, so Ortiz and Lawton, they're they have to run as hard as they can because they need as much track position as possible when they decide to make that final pit stop. They can't be the caution. They can't get run over on these older tires. They're on a knife's edge right now. Wishing up into the top 5. It's really been about a 10th place car now, all things considered. Taking advantage of the strategy. Looking up into the top 5. McConville has closed the gap a bit, 1.8 to 1.4 on DeFilippi. Slotting now outside of the top 10. Ortiz down to 6th. Mac next up to pounce. Rodriguez also hurting on the old tires, as is Ricky DeRosa. And it's funny how these things work, because we're like, we're looking at John Wilco like lap 40, right? He's like, he's going to be the first one to go a lap down in this race. Caution comes out. Makes some adjustments. Works a little bit better in the night, and he'll be up here battling away for a top 15 here within a couple of laps, as long as he doesn't hit the wall when I'm talking about. He may not know that 41 is on much older tires, so he's inadvertently, he's getting picked here. Look, he's getting a great run. He can't go anywhere with it because Jeff Carson has now moved down to the inside.
There he goes.
DeRosa now battling Jeff Carson, and DeRosa will be the one that might go a lap down here. Lawton all the way back to 14th.
And with how fast Wilco's moving now, I can see him losing another one.
Carlos Ortiz has done the best job of staying somewhat competitive. He's down to 8th. He's got a little bit of a gap back to Samoto in that 52. 6 seconds behind the leader. DeRosa 10 seconds behind. Lawton 8 seconds behind. And then Lawton down to 15th. Here comes John Wilco. He's got 2 trucks that are on deadly old tires. And Wilco says, I would like to pass both of you, please. Thank you. But he's just going to have to be patient with it. Lawton obviously has, I think, fallen back more than Rodriguez, because Rodriguez is already back here, and yet Rodriguez is now through. Just look at the rotation. I mean, Lawton loses 3 car lengths there. Just about. He was a car length ahead, ended up 2 car lengths behind. John Wilco now in the top 15. Beard. There goes Rich Jett. He came in at lap 148, so he's on the fresh tires.
For the lead. McConville fighting DeFilippi for the lead right now.
McConville with the fresher tires. He's brought Bryce Benton and Tane Hodison right into this. So DeFilippi led for a good bit here, but the 15-lap older tires have finally, you can't do anything with it. He doesn't have any grip out of the corner to fight. He's going to look back to the inside, though. One more chance at it. He'll need a caution, though, if he wants to win this race.
Definitely doesn't want to be it, though.
He's like, you know what? This strategy's not against me right now, or it's working against me a little bit. I'm going to move down. These guys sail around the outside. I cannot compete with them right now on 15-lap older tires. So he's just going to fall in line. He's got a good gap back to some other guys. So he'll just hope for that caution to kind of equalize everything and then go from there. So Ortiz now down to 10th. Maddox Beard closing in to knock him out of the top 10. Benfield now taking advantage of DeRosa's older tires. Moves himself up to 19th. As here come the leaders again. They just put Steve Herring a lap down there. Nunemaker next to go a lap down. Nunemaker a lap down. That's 20 trucks now on the lead lap. $70 laps to go. And fuel would also be a concern, potentially, for the guys that are stuck on lap 68 than when they came in. So they might just end up with a terrible result here. As Carlos Ortiz now down to 12. You can only, I mean, he pitted at lap 84, so he's got almost 100 lap old tires. Diego Rodriguez about 120, along with DeRosa and Lawton. So I mean, they have, they just have fallen off a cliff here. And there goes DeRosa a lap down. Lawton is a second and a half up from this, so I mean, we haven't got the caution, and there he is. I mean, the strategy just bit him tonight, as it stands.
It's so hard to predict, cautions and, or I guess, these runs of like the green flag racing.
Benfield up to 18th round. I mean, here's Lot. I mean, let's take a look at his timeline chart, right? I mean, right there at the end of stage one, fighting for the stage win, and then was inside the top 10 pretty much the entirety of stage one. Took that first set of tires at lap 68 and has not pitted since, and you just see him drop like a rock. This is as low as he's been. 19th. He's now a lap down. And
I don't think we're getting a caution.
And that's just a strategy call. I mean, he can't do anything on 120 lap old tires. I mean, he could come in and pit, and he'd be the fastest car on the racetrack. He'd be 5 laps down there.
So do we have to pit for fuel, or are they good?
It depends on. We've had a handful of cautions.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, and Michael Lawton is saved. He is absolutely saved. He is your lucky dog.
Yeah, I thought he might have been one of the ones flying in through here. He is fine.
So that's Aaron Mack and Brandon Minto going at it. And that's just... Oh my gosh! That was close. Yeah, but Minto just a little tight there. Tries to keep it off the fence, down into the path of Aaron Mack, gets himself hooked. Caution is out. Maddox Beard, nearly Calamity, Ortiz, and then Rodriguez.
And this is going to change the race because, I mean, everyone's going in for foreign fuel if they've got it. And
John Wilco. Interesting.
I did say if they've got it.
Conville 188. So yeah, everybody else is in on the next lap. Because I guess just because of how the car, I don't know, the single pit. I don't know. I don't want to begin to pretend to know. But everybody's in on 188. So this will be the run to the finish. Nunemaker pitted at 149. Is he trying to save that last set in hopes of getting? I don't know. He could be.
I don't see us going green to the end.
Not
with,
now.
Not with fresh tires in the mix and drivers who are like, I can win this.
Yeah.
Because
now Carlos Ortiz is 9th, right? Diego Rodriguez, he's 10th, so they got brand new life. Michael Lawton will restart dead last on the lead lap, right? But he is now in it. He just has to be very patient, take care of his stuff. He probably won't win now, right? I mean, he's so far back, he would have to use his stuff up, right? But he'll be on for a good finish. And even Ricky DeRosa, who had good speed, right? He just needs the lucky dog, and he can take this last set, right? And he'll be, fighting for a half-decent finish here again. But it has turned the race on its head there. Like Chris Klon took a wave there. Steve Herring, Ricky DeRosa for the lucky dog, it looks like. Pace car is off. Wilco on the old tires. Does not spin the tires, but I expect the Combo to fly around here. Just put Bent in there, just get him stuck behind. That's what he'll do. Clear through the lead. 3 wide. And if Wilco could somehow, maintain some speed in that truck, his tires aren't that old, right? He came in at lap 148. Let me look at the race recap. Interesting that happened. I don't remember refreshing the overlay, so it's completely lost track of all of our data. But he came in on that first go.
Now just kind of cruising.
Yeah. If he can maintain a lead lap spot here and a caution comes out in 30 laps, then Wilco's going to be on for a really good finish. He has to be on the lead lap. There's already down to 15th, so he's going to have to, I get letting everybody by to not kill yourself, but...
Oh, they're still killing themselves. Yeah, like that was... I went back to, just checking. It actually happens with him.
He comes up and gets the 28 in the left rear. And that's that's a good knock there in the left front. And with Maddox Beer. I think Ricky DeRosa should be your lucky dog now. In all of that, Tane Hodison got a great run off the high side, leaving turn 4 to set up this pass, and he's just going to drive around the outside here of Mike McConville for the race lead. So he's coming to play here late. Started 20th. Roser does get the lucky dog. John Wilco, as a result, has put himself a lap down as a result of that contact. One more lap before we go back to green. Restart with 50 to go. About. On Wilco, Maddox Beard 1 lap down. Crispin he was involved in that one incident, and he's just really never got a couple laps down right after that and just never really got it back from there. Unsure what happened to Chris Claude. He just I don't know, something happened. And he'll probably finish where he started, 24th, after his incident that he did not catch. Big problems for Cole Wilson, Andrew Stacy, Brandon Pfeiffer, involved in some incidents tonight, and then Kevin Belcher lost internet after 4 laps. Steve Leapy's had that right rear damage pretty much the entire night. It has not stopped him from being extremely competitive.
Oh, because that's my guy. He's trying to fight the curse.
Carlos Ortiz is back up here now to 6th. Let's see what he can do. If we get, let's go 50 laps to the end here, fellas. Let's see what we got. Because Ortiz is now back in the mix. Lawton's got a ton of work to do from 16th, but let's see what we got. Let's go 50 laps right here to the end, right here, right now.
almost 3 wide there. Ortiz looking for a way through.
Trying to repay the favor around the outside. He would lead at the line there. Bryce Benton's right there. He's had really good speed all night long. And it's a sprint now. 49 to go. Bristol. It's a sprint. Pay window's open. They're side by side fighting for the lead. What does that do for the guys behind? Specifically Bryce Benton. What is he thinking? Oh, contact. Big contact.
Oh, boy.
Condo's going to lose out, I think, because of that. He's fighting back hard. Not quite clear yet for the 22.
Benton looking to see which line's going to be, work. Which one's going to get forward.
Here comes Carlos Ortiz, P4. Otteson, really, he's been shot out of a cannon over the last couple of laps. Take a look at this. He's been so quiet. Just been consistent, though, right? My goodness. Oh, and there goes McConville!
The pressure.
Oh, my goodness. And that's just a self-spin. That's all there is to that. Just carrying so much speed. He lightly backs it into the fence, but there's nothing there, really. Another spot for Ortiz, and he is now squarely in this mix. He had the lead, too. He crossed the line. Probably could have cleared. I think that's what the goal was there, right? To get that big run clear off, but just on the edge. And it doesn't even show up as damage on the right rear. Fine margins overstepped.
That one's going to eat at McConville.
Maddox Beard with the lucky dog. Interesting. Gonna be, 40 to go?
Just about that. We'll say, interesting fact about the running order right now. Tane Hodison, the only driver inside the top 5, looking to be a repeat winner, I believe.
So interesting. It's tracked all the cautions, but for some reason the laps themselves, like 12 cautions is accurate, 48 laps, that's accurate, but the laps themselves have not registered under green. Like it's only from like lap 187, I think. So something resets somewhere. Interesting. It's not even that unheard of, right? You get the 2 stages and then 10 cautions at Bristol. That's kind of... Yeah, it's part and parcel, I feel like. Part of it at a certain point. Ortiz, I think, Ortiz wants to go. He is on Tane Hodison here. Oh, he wants to go. Hodison did not get a... Oh, boy.
Oh,
and,
yep.
There it is.
Rodriguez is the caution. 44 is not even going to be the caution. Rodriguez went around hard here in the back. There's just multiple incidents happening.
There's just a mess up here. Oh, he's not happy. There's not a lot of fans right now of Carlos Ortiz.
That's what you got to do to win sometimes.
22 does not get a good run off of turn 2. And Ortiz says, yeah, 3 wide. Hodison washes up the hill, takes out Benton, and a chain reaction from there. See it here. Hodison's like, ah, crap, I'm middle 3 wide. And just kind of right up into... It's just such a weird angle. Hang on a second. Let's take a look here. Well, really, it's just 3 wide, man. It's not going to work.
I don't even know how, like, the 44 blames Ortiz there. Like, I get it.
Ortiz does not
move.
hit him up the track, right? There was room. He does not hit the 22 up the track. 22 and the 44 is turning in. The 22 is not. He's trying to give the 59 space. Interestingly enough, though, the 59 sailed on through. Like, he was going to complete the pass on Hodison, no questions. It's just the 22 and the 44 coming together, if anything.
I would say, if anything, that the 44, like...
Looks like he's turning in, right?
Of course, like, you'd want the 22 to be lower, but you gotta be aware of your surroundings that the 22 can't go anywhere.
Right.
Like...
You was just assume, oh, it's... Because you can be up higher than that. You can be up higher. You're just, I mean... I guess the alternative is...
turning down.
The alternative is, hey, like, I might be slower, but you did end up getting wrecked. Felipe's in it. And Rodriguez sees this right in front of him, checks up, tries to turn low, gets hooked by the 52, nowhere to go. There's Matt Mackin, Benfield, DeRoser,
Yeah,
Nunamaker.
Benfield goes around, like... Not a ton of damage from the wreck, just
well, even like right after
happening.
that, like I think the 22 is showing his displeasure like immediately after he closes up right in the back bumper. But like,
well, I like the pace cars coming out. I think they're all just checking.
Well, it's close, but the 44 is clearly unhappy. But I think it's more so with the 22 that you need to be.
I think he needs to look in the mirror.
But I'll say this: the 59 sailed on through, right? I mean, he cleared Hodison like it was nothing. So if you're gonna make the move, yes, I know they wrecked above him, but like, it was simultaneous. As they hit, he was gone.
Well, we'll see how this goes. 59 with a great jump.
How about Rich Jet P4 in all of this? Just sneaking up through here. How about that? P3 now. Rich Jet on the move. We know he likes to start from the back and work his way up. He's here. 34 to go. Side by side for fourth. How much damage does Benton and DeFilippi have? McConville's trying to make it back up through the field. Lawton's now back to the top 10. A whole bunch of damaged trucks in the back.
44 machine seems like it's still fine. We're going to be 3 wide here with McConville. Very close if they're able to make it through.
Fastest lap of the race, last lap, Tane Hodison. Oh, and Ortiz just beat it. 14.8. Fastest lap of the race, last lap.
Yes, that means the pay window has opened. They are leaving it all out there.
But 30 laps to go, 0.4 of a second out in front. As the battle rages on inside the top 10. Benton and DeFilippi still going at it. So yeah, they seem to be doing all right.
You have Lafreniere and Mike McConville trying to get around.
A little loose there off of 2. He's fine. Holds on to 6 for the time being. McConville trying to get back up there. Tires can't be happy though after that self-spin. Just got to hold on. 29 laps. What you got is what you got.
Another one, you know, fighting to potentially move forward. Lawton from a lap down to top 10.
Oh, boy.
Contact.
He's been bounced off the turn 2 wall. Please just stop talking about him. But he's making progress. It's around Giesbrecht, now around Wishon. Heading after Lafreniere. Benton clear from DeFilippi. McConville enters the picture. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Benton a little loose. He'll give that track position up. He'll now be forced into the side-by-side battle again. Half a second from first to second. 7/10 of a second, second to third. On board with McConville trying to find a way around. What line do you go with? Looks like the 44 got it. I'm able to stick his nose in there. '44 and the 60 been beating and banging, not against each other, just in general. McConville has spun out their 4th, 5th, and 6th. Lap traffic here. And that held up. Ortiz a bunch. I don't think Matt Mackin appreciated getting taken out in that wreck. As a result of the 3 wide from Ortiz, he held him up hugely. Nothing dirty, just was in the way. But it looked fair, like I'm not moving. You better figure out a way around me. Here comes Lawton and LaFrenne. Filippi a little loose off too. Coming to 20 laps to go.
Ooh, Filippi's slow there.
Great racing here at the end of the Tennessee Army National Guard 250. Aaron Mack wants to break into the top 10. Ricky DeRoser back to 12. We thought he was dead and dusted. Wilco back into the top 15, side by side with Jason Samoto. And look at this mess. Here comes McConville. And there's Minto fighting with Brandon Minto. So 2 separate battles for position. Benton nearly into the back of Mackin.
Filippi was into the back of Mackin. Pushing into the back of Filippi. A lot of damage on the front of that 60 machine.
They're beating and banging. It is old school Bristol here in the final 20 laps. Lap trucks battling, lead lap trucks battling. Oh, it's not going to work. That shouldn't have worked. Aaron Mack says, thank you. I'm getting my top 10. Using Brandon Minto as a pick. That truck is destroyed. Fighting for a top 20 if he can. I think he realizes it's dead. He's coming in.
I heard someone blow up, and I think it was it Minto or was it someone in the pits?
Could have been Minto. Fierce battles here. Jeff Carson and Samoda. This is the battle for 16th. Aaron Mack Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht says, hey, I'm faster. I just lost out because I got used as a pick. I want the top 10 back. 3/10 of a second out in front. Still lap traffic to come. There's Benfield in front of the leader using his line. Jet kind of comfortable in third as it stands. 13 to go. Benfield does yield way.
Giesbrecht fighting around the outside of it. Mack.
Lawton fighting to the inside of LaFrenne, trying to get back into the top 5 if he can. Here's Ricky DeRoser on scene. Can he steal a top 10? He's right here. He looks quicker than all these guys. Number 10 to go. Rodriguez, Maddox, Beard. That's the battle for 13th, just behind that grouping. Beard has been through a lot. His truck heavily damaged. Oh, they're all over the place. Filippi in the wall. DeRoser through to 10th. He's back through to 9th. Something happened there. There was a car on the apron. Filippi was in the wall. He's fading hard now. Here comes John Wilco to the scene, along with Rodriguez. 4/10 of a second out in front. And 8 laps to go, this time by 3.5 truck lengths. Odison a 100th of a second quicker on that last lap. If Jet has lap traffic ahead of him, that could impact the final spot for the podium. Lawton's been stuck on this bottom for a good bit. Not able to clear LaFrenne. That's brought Jared Wishing into the picture late. And it's still not over. We could get a late race caution from any one of these groups battling late. I mean, Di Filippi's truck is destroyed. He's got nothing left to fight with. Carson, you're leading to the side of Di Filippi.
Ooh, Matt Mackin slowing down Hodison.
So, I thought he was mad with Ortiz, but he slowed down second place now, so I guess he evened it out.
I don't think it was on purpose. He was up in the high line running his line. It happened to be, you know.
That could be it. 7/10 of a second almost, coming to 4 laps to go here at Bristol. Just needs to run 3 of them as quick as possible, get to the white flag. Wishin has cleared Lawton and Lafrene. Wishin through to 6th. Benton is still tracking McConville. They have caught Rich Jet here late.
Oh, they're going to get to battle in contact between Bain and McConville.
And I think Rich Jet says, thank you very much. Keep it going. Three laps to go. Conville does clear Benton to the inside of Matt Mackin. Lap truck in between them. That'll be good. They are gaining on Jet. A 10th quicker a lap. 2 to go.
2 laps to do it.
Oh, 1 to go. Excuse me. Just like that. Ortiz a second clear, though. A controversial 3-wide move to get the lead back, but he does. Strategy ends up working out somehow, and he wins at Bristol. Jet holds on to 3rd. Benton steals 4th. McConville 5th. Wishin 6th. Lafrene 7th. Lawton hunting him all the way down. Wilco a top 10. A great night for the Backrow Motorsports gang. A podium and a top 10.
What a race, man.
What a finish. What a race. I still don't think the 44 is all too happy with Carlos Ortiz. Oh! Oh my goodness! What on earth? It's Bristol, baby.
Bristol after dark.
Holy
They're just swinging.
smokes. We have gone crazy. Carlos Ortiz felt that he could have won at Darlington, involved in an incident with a lap truck. Was leading late last week before lost out to Crispin on the long run, and gets it done here tonight at Bristol for his first win of the season. Well done. What a race. Holy cow. We can talk to Rich Jet on the podium. I was going to say, I was hoping, I ran out of time there, but I was like, Rich Jet, ever so consistent, strings together top 10s like it's nothing. We haven't talked to him on the podium yet, but we'll get our chance tonight. Hopefully, if he gets in the waiting room. But let's go ahead and minimize all this. Your podium finishers up.
Got Hodison still waiting for Ortiz and Jet.
We know Ortiz, he talked to us last week, so he knows the deal. We're ready for everybody, and he blew the motor in the celebration. A minute. My goodness, what a race. This winner doesn't want to talk to us?
Oh, there he is.
All right, let's go get him in. Here with your race winner tonight, Carlos Ortiz in the 59 machine.
Oh,
From the
oh my
pole.
God. This is my first ever league win ever. I am so happy. Oh my god.
That's the genuine excitement.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. But yeah, from the poll,
It's it.
um, you were on pole 2 weeks ago at Darlington. Had some running with a lap truck, kind of hampered your chance at the win. A couple weeks ago, last week at Rockingham, we were leading late before eventually getting passed by Joshua Chrisman late in that race. Ended up on the podium. Starts on the pole here tonight. And just kind of talk me through it. It was a challenging race overall with the tire sets. Talk me through that and how that, the strategy kind of played out for you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, first off, before I start, apologies to Bryce Benton. I don't know if I caused him the wreck when I went 3 wide on that restart, but we're teammates. We'll talk it out. But I mean, I've done this last week 2,250 laps of Bristol and C Open. I've put in so much time, and I led over 1,000 laps in all those sessions. And really, with Bristol, you just want to manage your pace, take care of your tires, put yourself in a good position. However, I didn't pay attention that we only had 2 sets of tires. I went in thinking we had three. So I went in with a wrong strategy into stage two. Then the '06, I think, wrecked me because of my own net code, which was unfortunate. And like last week, Wishin gave me right rear damage that I couldn't repair on my truck. And I thought, okay, I'm not going to win this race. But the cautions lined up. I got good restarts. I was bold. And I've done so many hot laps here at Bristol that I just knew if I can hug that line and move up to the top to cover myself from second, this was mine. And I'm so glad after so much trouble that has plagued me on iRacing for 3 years that I get my first league win. That's just incredible.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Yeah, also, like you mentioned, it's good. From us up here, I don't know. The 3 wide, it's Bristol. It's, 3 wide, not a lot of room. It can be done. And what happened, happened. But I don't necessarily think, it was an aggressive move, but I don't think you directly wrecked Bryce Benton. But you had to make the 3 wide move. You had the fresher tires, had the speed. You got it done. And then held off on the restart late. Hodgson was tracking you down there. And through stage two, we talked about, yourself, Diego Rodriguez, Ricky DeRoser, and Michael Lawton just trying to survive on the old tires, trying to save that set. Able to do so to put yourself in position for the win. So able to manage well here tonight. Got the pole, so clearly had good speed. Short run, long run. So congratulations on a thrilling win, hard earned, well fought. And we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Oh, definitely shout out to my owner, Lucas, putting this team together, recruiting me almost 2 years now. We've been working together, making good teammates, and having, awesome resources to have available to me. Again, my friend Richard Cheery always encouraging, was telling me, you can do this, you got the speed, you're a winner, you just need the right opportunity. My parents too, they've let me pursue so much sim racing along with college after losing my job back in January. And it's just so great to have a hobby you love. Just it finally comes to you at a track like Bristol where you have to really fight for it. So, and thanks to the league owners for letting me run these races, let me show my potential in this truck. It's amazing, and hopefully we can make the chase this season, see what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you. What's the truck schedule? Give me 1 second. I know we
That's
got
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now schedule.
Yep,
Yeah, well,
Texas.
yep. The Bucky's parking lot, but okay. Well, we'll go to Texas. Congratulations again, and we'll see you there.
No, thank you.
Here, here your runner-up tonight, Tane Hodgson. Well earned, hard fought. Starting from the 20th position, and ending up runner-up at Bristol. Fairly impressive. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, with in practice I was horrible. I think I was third to last on legitimate pace, and my teammates helped me out a bit, and they gave me some adjustments they made to their trucks, and we all have different setups, and I don't know how it worked, but I kind of mixed in their stuff, and it really helped. So, but in qualifying, I screwed that up too. So I started at the back, and then in the race, it was just learning which line suited me the best, and I could not run the bottom to save my life. So I kind of learned I had to run the middle, and I kind of noticed that everyone else was still on the bottom. So if I just gave it some throttle in the middle of the corner, I could gain spots, and I kind of just did that and slowly worked my way up. So
Absolutely. I just kind of at the end of stage 2, especially, we're like, yeah, he's really gaining time on these leaders, and put yourself in contention, led some laps, in contention the final 20 laps for the race win from 20th. So that's a heck of a turnaround in such a short time. So congratulations on the podium, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
yeah, obviously my teammates, like tonight would have gone so much different if they didn't help me, and it's just a nice, I always say this, but it's a nice team to be on, a good group of guys. Some of the guys weren't here tonight, but we got Brandon, Logan, Diego, Dakota. We had Andrew Stacy was in the VC tonight. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's not on our team, but we've known each other for a couple of years. And then I do apologize to Brandon. I will say before the race started, I hit my brake pedal coming to green, and I think that ruined his race because damaged his right rear. So that was probably a little stupid. And he crashed out after that. So I feel bad if that was on me, but yeah, I just that can be my shout outs for today.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the runner up, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Kansas.
Yeah, see you in 2 weeks.
You think Kansas?
Or Texas. I got the O'Reilly, and oh my god, it's all
All
bad.
right, I'm bringing in Jet.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, an interview I wanted for quite some time, and we finally got it. Rich Jet in the 77 machine. The biggest mover here tonight at Bristol, and really just turned it on in those last 30 laps. Talk to me about it.
Finally. Yeah, I've been running like crap in the trucks, and was hoping just for a top 10, but yeah, the truck came alive really good. I think before lap 200, I was making a lot of moves and getting up there. And I was shocked kind of that, a couple things happened right ahead of me to get a couple extra spots, but yeah, it came together towards the end. Truck got really tight at the end, but I was able to hang on to third.
Yeah, it's been a good race for the Backroom Motorsports gang. Yourself third. John Wickle gets the top 10. He won in the O'Reilly Series in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. So I mean, it's we have so much fun watching you guys every week. We're like, they're not going to qualify, and they'll just kind of work their way up every week, and we'll see where they end up. But finally on the podium. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Been a career year for the team. John getting his first win. We were on the same strategy, and I had a lightning strike, and the electric went out of that race, so I watched the rest of it, and that was wild. But yeah, it's like Tane said, you have a good team, you have fun, you enjoy yourselves together, and it makes it all worth it to come out each week and have you guys put on the show as well for us.
Absolutely. Well, you guys do the other half of the work too, putting on a good show, good battles there all throughout the night. But congratulations on the podium, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Thank my team, Steve Herring, John Wilco. Always keep it light and fun, and when we have those bad races, we get through it, and we have the good ones like tonight. We can celebrate them. And everyone go watch the Godzilla Minus Zero teaser trailer that just came out. I think it was about 3.5 hours ago. So make sure you watch that. It's only a minute. You can go enjoy that and drink some C4 Energy as well.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the podium, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Texas.
Thank you.
All righty. All right. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, go watch your Godzilla Minus Zero when it comes out.
Trailer's out, so go watch the trailer right now. Good stuff. Take a look at your final race results. Carlos Ortiz did not lead. Yeah, led the most laps, 106. Fastest lap, pole position, all Carlos Ortiz, but Rich Jet, the hard charger, getting third, and Tane Hodison up 18 spots himself. Not a bad night at the office. 7 different leaders, 7 lead changes, 13 cautions, 2 at the stage, so 11 cautions. Did it in 250 at regulation, so a solid race. That kind of concludes, at least on the truck side of thing, short tracks for a minute. We go to Texas, and then Watkins Glen, then Dover, Charlotte, Nashville, Michigan. So we're kind of done with the short tracks there for a bit, but we're off. What are we off? 2 weeks. 21st, 28th. So we're off the next 2 weeks actually. 2-week break, not back in 2 weeks. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the trucks, but we got to finish out our O'Reilly obligations. We'll be back next Monday night, same time, 8:15 at Kansas. That one's Kansas. And then the 27th at Talladega to conclude our scheduled O'Reilly Series obligations, at least tentatively. We'll see if we can get some more. Those boys put on a show every Monday night, so looking forward to that. We'll announce a special event here hopefully this weekend, so stay tuned to the socials for that. Discord links will be posting it soon here. We're really excited about it, and we get our act together to announce it this weekend. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next Monday. Y'all take care.